This past week, General Motors announced exactly how much money they had lost in just the second quarter of this year because of Donald Trump's horrific trade policy, specifically his tariffs. And according to GM's own books, they lost $1.1 billion in just 3 months this year. April, May, and June, averaging more than $300 million lost per month because of Donald Trump's tariffs. They also announced that they are expecting by the end of the year they will have lost $4 to $5 billion because of Donald Trump's trade war, which of course everyone anticipates will pick up again on August 1st or 12th, whatever the friggin' date is, who knows anymore, when the tariffs go back into effect, even though some of them are already in effect. Nobody knows, including Trump, because he has this schizophrenic trade policy that even he can't understand because he's doing it for no reason. But that's not the worst part of this report from GM. GM told us that the impact of the tariffs for 2025 is going to be, 4 to 5 billion, but they said they're making solid progress to mitigate at least 30% of this impact through manufacturing adjustments, targeted cost initiatives, and consistent pricing. Now, here's where they get you, right? Hey, 30% of this we can make up for by doing some things differently, right? Consistent pricing. Now, they're not talking about consistent pricing for the consumers to buy a car. They're talking about consistent pricing for things like the labor they use to make cars, the things they buy to build the cars. And that's only part of the 30%. The other 70%, they're not just going to let it go. It's not just going to disappear. Now, folks, the other 70% is going to be, at least some capacity of it, passed on to you. Just like every other company in this country passes those price increases on to you. And here's why. Something a lot of people may not necessarily understand. Corporations, specifically publicly traded corporations that have shareholders, they have boards of directors, things like that, they actually have a fiduciary duty, that is legally what it's called, fiduciary duty, to maximize profits for investors and shareholders. They are legally required by law to do whatever they have to do legally to not see their profits drop. So that 70% that they cannot mitigate, they legally have to make it up somewhere or else the shareholders are going to get pissed. And it's going to come in the form of cost increases to you, not just with GM, with any other automotive manufacturer, with appliance manufacturers, electronic manufacturers. Anyone who builds anything with a product that has a tariff on it has to pass those costs on to you to protect themselves legally, folks. That's what's happening. And GM losing $1 billion, $1.1 billion actually, that's a huge loss for a massively important company. It is not sustainable losses for any of these companies, because this is just one out of countless. The economy is bad. The economy is getting worse. And it's 100% because of Donald Trump's stupid decisions that even he doesn't understand. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.